guys, welcome to Keeping It Simple Crafts. Today I'm going to show you how to make an easy 3-loop bow for your Christmas tree. First, you're going to move down on your ribbon about 3 or 4 inches and make a loop and hold it tight in your hand. Let out some more ribbon, same steps, pinch it together and add it to your left hand or your right. Let out some more ribbon, make a 3rd loop, pinch it together and add it to your left hand. Now you have 3 loops. Now you're going to want to take a pipe cleaner that matches your ribbon or your tree, wrap it nice and tight around your 3 loops, and then you have a pretty simple 3-loop bow. And just fluff and shape your loops. I like to leave mine 3 in a row. And then you can easily attach it to your Christmas tree with your pipe cleaners. So I'm just finding a spot that needs filling in. Just going to put my tail kind of going up, reach into my tree, twist my pipe cleaner around one of the limbs in the back of the tree, and now fluff and shape my 3-loop bow. I like to leave a long tail, and so I'm not pulling it tight, I'm leaving it loose. Then I'm going down about 8 inches, finding a branch, twisting the branch around my ribbon, going to move down 8 or 9 inches, and take another branch and twist it around the ribbon so that I have a long tail cascading down my Christmas tree. You can turn your bow going horizontal, you can turn it going vertical, you can put 1 loop going up and 2 to the left and the right, all kinds of options. Sorry if you hear Miss Willow in the background. She is wanting to come in here and help me edit this video. So I added several 3-loop bows to my Christmas tree because they are so easy to make and trending this year. Let's make another one. So I'm going to let out about 3 or 4 inches of ribbon, pinch it together, let out about 8 or 9 inches of ribbon, fold it back, making a loop, pinching it together. Same steps, letting out about 9 inches of ribbon, making a loop. Same steps, about 9 inches or so of ribbon, holding it in my left hand, going to take a pipe cleaner and wrap it nice and tight around the 3 loops, fluff it out, and put it in my tree. So simple. 3 loops, you don't even have to get them exactly the same size. It works out great. So simple to make, and just look how beautiful it looks on my Christmas tree. You can make the loops bigger or smaller. It just depends on the size of your Christmas tree. I probably made mine a little big. It's just whatever makes you happy. And remember, if you don't like the way it looks, untwist that pipe cleaner and do it all over again. And here's a big, large Christmas tree bow topper tutorial. Hi guys, welcome to Keeping It Simple Crafts. I hope you're having a great day. Today I wanted to share with you a huge Christmas tree bow topper tutorial. It's very easy to make a large bow for your Christmas tree. It just takes a little time and patience, and I'm going to show you step by step how to make this beautiful bow for the top of your Christmas tree. This size bow would also be beautiful on a large wreath or on garlands or your mailbox or lanterns. Lots of different ways to use this style bow. This is 2.5-inch width ribbon with wire. I used 1 whole roll of ribbon for this bow, so I used a total of 18 feet just for the bow. And it all kind of depends on the height of your tree also. Mine's 7.5 feet. First, I pinched my ribbon together after I moved down about 4 inches. Then I'm measuring 11 inches. Then I'm going to fold it in half, which makes about a 5.5-inch loop. Keeping it pinched tightly in my left hand, going to let out more ribbon, and I'm going to make another 5.5-inch loop and just add it to my left hand, or you can use your right hand. Check to make sure your loops are the same size on each side. Let out some more ribbon. Now if it's turned wrong, sometimes you have to do a half turn, just a half turn to keep the pretty side up. Now I'm making another loop, just going to pinch my ribbon together, add it to my left hand, check to make sure my loops are the same size. It was a little long, so I just pulled at the ribbon to make it a little shorter. Now I'm going to do a half turn to keep the pretty side on top. Make another loop on the right side. Check to see if they're the same size. Let out some more ribbon, and you'll want to use ribbon with wire. It's on the wrong side, so I need to do a half turn. Making a loop on the left. Checking to make sure they're the same size. Going back to the other side. Going to do a half turn. Make a loop, and this is a lot of ribbon to hold, but just be patient. Try to make your loops the same size on each side as you're making your bow, so check each time and just keep going back and forth, trying to make your loops the same size on each side until you get the bow the size you want. And I did use a total of 18 feet for this Christmas tree bow topper. You will also need a zip tie and some floral wire for this bow, because once I get it the size I want, or when the ribbon runs out, I'm going to put a zip tie around the center of my bow to make sure it's nice and secure. You could make your loops longer than I'm making mine if you want a bigger, fuller bow, and of course you could use more ribbon, and you could use multiple colors of ribbon too. So lots of options when tying bows, and I have a bow tutorial playlist that I'll link for you in the description box, because there's lots of different styles of bows and lots of different ways to make bows. So if this is not the bow you're looking for, hopefully you'll find one in my playlist that you like better. Notice how I'm pulling the ribbon to make the loop shorter because it was just a little bit too long. And notice sometimes I have to do a half twist. Now, not all the time you're going to have to do a half twist, but sometimes you do, and it's okay. Another thing to remember is I am just holding my ribbon right now. If it's not looking the way I want, I can just let go of it and start over. So just be patient. I'm getting close to the end of this roll, and it had 18 feet total, so I am going to just cut that off at a slant at about 4 or 5 inches, but I've got to secure it first with a zip tie. If you do not have any zip ties, then you can use floral wire, or you could also use a pipe cleaner, but I would recommend a zip tie. Then I'm cutting off the end of the zip tie, and then I'm going to take a piece of 20 gauge floral wire, and I'm just going to slide it underneath the zip tie. That way I can easily attach it to my Christmas tree. Just be very careful when you take your floral wire, and you're just going to go to the back of the bow, take your piece of floral wire, thread it underneath the zip tie, and then I like to do a twist with mine, and then you can easily attach your bow to your Christmas tree or whatever craft project you're working on. And then we're going to fluff and shape our bow, and I like to stick my hand in each loop and open up the loops. And it takes a little bit of time to fluff and shape your bow, and that's okay, just take your time. When I'm making this style of bow, I like to pull one loop to the center and have a center loop on my bow. Now, if you want lots of pretty streamers or tails going down your Christmas tree, then you're going to take your other rolls of ribbon, measure them however long you want, then find the center of your streamer or tail and pinch it in the center, then add it to the back of the bow by just twisting the wire around the ribbon tails. For this bow, I just added one single streamer just so you could see how to do it, but most people like to add several streamers going down their Christmas tree. Now, if you also have a tree that's out and displayed from all sides, then you might want to tie 2 bows instead of just one. And here's how my Christmas tree bow topper looks. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope you learned how to make a beautiful bow for your tree. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please give this video a thumbs up, leave me a comment, share this tutorial with a friend, and if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, I would love to have you as a subscriber. It is free to subscribe. I share lots of budget-friendly DIYs, shop with me videos, shopping hauls, and decorating videos. And here I am just adding a long tail, so I'm just letting out a lot of ribbon, but usually you'll want to measure it and then find the center. And then I'm just going to pinch this one in the center and then go to the back of my bow where the wires are. And I'm just going to stick the streamer or the tail between the two wires and give them a twist. Now you can add as many as you want, and then you're going to have a beautiful bow with streamers on your Christmas tree. Thanks guys so much for watching, and I hope everyone has a Merry Christmas.